the customization would mean, right? So customization, first thing that we are going to talk here is the user interface. Okay, there are certain other things that we will talk gradually, but today we are primarily going to talk on the user interface or the UI customization. UI customization means how do you want the user interface to look like. Okay, if let's say you have 4 fields on accounts, let me just log in into Salesforce and show it to you. Give me a minute. Suresh, can you please send me the password? Thanks, Suresh. Okay, so just logged in into this. Now, user interface customization will include a few things. It basically talks about the page layout. Page layout is what, when you open a record, you see the details of that record, right? Like this record I have opened. Now customization, one part of the customization will be the field placement. Which field should appear where? Now if your website field is more important and you want the website field to come up here, sometimes it may happen that you have, let's say, so many fields, right? Your end user wants to quickly look into the website. It's difficult for him to go and search for the website and all. He wants the website to be at the top. That's a type of customization, right? UI customization. Okay. So in Salesforce we have page layouts. Page layout is what we call it. Page layouts allow you to set the field placement, which field should be placed where. Second thing that it helps you do is make fields required, make fields invisible. Certain fields, if you don't want the user to view a few fields, you can make them invisible on the page layout. So basically we are not deleting it. So it's not deleting the field, it's just making it invisible. Sometimes it happens, you just want the field to be invisible to certain users and all. Certain fields can be made required, okay, or you can also make certain fields read only, and you can make related lists visible or invisible, whatever you want. You can remove the related list or you can bring in the related list. What is the related list? Basically related list is primarily the list of child records. So when I say related list, I mean list of child records. Okay. So you can make the fields required, you can make fields read only, you can make fields invisible, you can make the related list visible or invisible. This is what we primarily do on the page layout. Okay. Now page layout is for a particular record, for one single record, right? So the page layouts are primarily for objects. Alright. So you will have a page layout for account, then you can have one for opportunity. Okay, so every object, whatever you see in Salesforce does have page layout. Minimum one page layout is there, they can have more also. You can have multiple page layouts for the same object. Like for account, this is the page layout, right? Your standard objects, custom objects, whatever you have in Salesforce, everything does have page layout, right? Now, if you have to edit this page layout, how will you do this? Just going to the setup, customize, accounts, page layouts. Got it? So this is where you go and you can click on account layout, edit this, and Salesforce will allow you to make changes to the page layout.
Ajit, can you please repeat that process? You said setup, go to setup.
Setup, customize, accounts, page layouts. Alright, so from setup go to customize, then go to accounts, and then go to page layouts. And under page layout, just click on edit account layout. So if you are on this screen, you just need to click on edit account layout, right? So now it's as simple as a video game. So you don't have to do anything, you just have to do the placements of the fields. Website you want to bring here, that's it. The rating you want to bring after the fax number, take it here. So there is nothing that we have to actually understand. The only thing that we need to understand is how to go to this page layout thing and how to edit these things. So sometimes your user might have requirement of viewing certain fields at the top of the other fields. You should come and do the placement of the fields. Like you want the annual revenue to be here after the website, bring it there. You want the SIC code to go there, bring it here, right? So field placements we could understand, right? That is something which can be done easily here. If you want certain fields to be not visible, you just need to come here on that particular field. You will see this button, just go and click on this, remove. The field will be removed. Let's say this field also I want to remove. Okay, so you can remove the fields this way. If you want to bring certain field which is already not there, at the top you have this fields option. All the fields which are there in that object are listed here. Any field that you want to bring, you can drag and bring it here, wherever you want to drop it. So it's a complete drag and drop thing. Got it? So first thing about page layouts we have understood, say field placements, and this is easy. Make fields required. Now how do you make the fields required? Whichever field you see, once you take your mouse over that, you will see this icon, small wrench icon. You just click on this and you will have the option of making the field required or read only, whatever you want to do. Okay. So making field required means that field will become a mandatory field, right? So if you want to make industry a mandatory field, just go on this and click say required. Now you see there is a star mark which has come here, which means this has become a required field now. Annual revenue, you want to make it a required field. It's at this point of time it is not required. You can just go here and click on this, and this will make it required, becomes a required field now, right? So based on your business requirement or the business process, you can make any field required. Is that fine? Easy to understand? Any difficulties understanding this simple stuff? Okay. So that's about our making the fields required and making fields read only, making them invisible. So we have understood the fields part of it, how to make changes on the fields, and The other thing that can do here is deal with the related list. Related list is what? List of child records. Like account has contacts. So the list of contacts which are associated to a given account. These things usually appear here. See, these are the related lists. The list of contacts under the account, list of opportunities, list of cases. So it's the same way. If you want opportunities on top of contacts, you can just drag and put it here. It depends on what you want to see at the top. Your company wants you to display the cases at the top, so take it there. If they want you to display the contacts at the top, you take it there. If the opportunities should be at the second, take it there. So that is how it is, right? You want to remove a related list, you just go here and click on this. The related list will be removed. Okay, clear? And this, using this properties, you can define which all fields of the related list you want to see. Right now, for contact, name, title, email and phone number are visible, right? You want to see the fax number also for the contacts, the list of contacts. You can just click on this properties and then you can quickly bring this fax field here. So these right side are the selected fields, left side are the available fields. So you bring it to the right side, click on OK. See, your fax will also be visible. Right? So it depends, what data your end user wants to see on the related list. You can make those fields available. All right, so that's clear. Any questions on this so far? So that's basically about the page layout. Now once you've made these changes, you just have to make sure that before you exit this screen, you just click on the save button. If you don't save it, the changes will not be saved. Saved. Now if you go to any of the account, you will see the changes have been made. Now the users will get to see the updated UI. Website, annual revenue appears here. In the contact, fax number got added. This is what I did. Is this okay? We are all okay, good with this? Tell me if there is a question. Fine. So page layout concept we have understood. So basically how to edit the page layout, that we have understood, right? Now the next thing that we are going to talk about is multiple page layouts for the same object. Why do you think we will need more than one page layout for the same object? Why do you think we will need that? Anyone who can tell me that? Why do you think we need more page layouts on the same object? Anyone?
Actually, according to the company requirements, one company can make some requirements according to them. We have to make up multiple page layouts.
Within the same company. Let's say you're working for the company. Within your company only, you can have multiple page layouts. Why do you think that will be?
The look and feel, the user interface, look and feel good.
But look and feel good, right? But why two different look and feels? When we talk about look and feel, so we can keep the better one, right? Which looks better. But why are we talking about two different page layouts for the same object? Don't you think Salesforce will get confused if you create two different page layouts? Which one to display? Layout 1 or layout 2? Go back, think about what we discussed in our last session. You might get some hint. Last 2 sessions, what we have been talking about.
Jit, hi, this is Ankit. Has it got something to do with the, the extra credential and the permission that we provide to certain users?
Yes, it has got to do with that. Okay, so we just, in Salesforce, one thing is there, you just need to keep this law of inequality in mind. Every user is not equal. There are some users who have more permissions and there are some users who have lesser permissions. There are some users who need to work on some application. There are other users who need to work on some other application, right? Everyone does not get to see the same data. Everyone does not get to see all the fields. So different page layouts are for different users or different profiles, basically. Got it? Because we have different profiles, we have different page layouts also. That's easy, simple, understandable, makes sense, right? Let's say, for an example, for your understanding, let me just give a small example. Think of it. Accounts we are talking about. So in accounts there are, let's say, 100 fields. And I have a sales team. Sales team says that, okay, out of these 100 fields, because there are so many fields, we don't want to see so many fields. We just want to see the name and phone number, and we want to see the contacts related list. If you are a sales guy, then what will you need? You need the account name, website, phone number, and you want to see the contacts, people who you can contact, right? Now there is this customer support team. They come to you and they say, no, we don't want to see all that stuff. We just want to see, let's say, the name, website, and we want to see the cases related list. We don't want to see the contacts. What will you do now? Customer support team comes to you, they say, no, just show the cases, we are not interested in contacts. Sales team says, no, we want to see the contacts. What will you do there? So we cannot have the same page layout working for both these teams. Got it? So different page layouts are for different profiles. So now design a sales page layout and give it to the sales team profile, assign it to the sales profile, so that all the users of the sales profile will get to see a different page layout and the customer support team will get to see a different page layout. Fine, that makes sense, simple logic. So that is the concept here. Why do we have multiple page layouts for the same company within the same company? Because there are different profiles and their requirements can be different, right? So for the standard objects, whatever standard objects we have, you already have multiple page layouts. So if you look into this for account, click on the page layouts, and what you see is 4 page layouts which are already there. So what do we see here? Marketing layout, sales layout, support layout, only account layout. You can create more. If you have more requirement, you can create more page layouts as well. Clear? Everyone is fine with that? I hope so. Right, so multiple page layouts are meant for different profiles. Alright. So let's do a quick activity. So I want everyone to go and change the opportunity page layout. Okay. And from that opportunity page layout, I want you to remove amount and expected revenue fees. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. On the opportunity page layout, go and remove the amount and expected revenue fields. These 2 fields need to be removed. Okay, everyone to do work on this quickly. 2 minutes for this small activity.